there, it's Katrina Sawa here, the Jumpstart Your Biz Coach with jumpstartyourmarketing.com. And I am so excited to give you another quick business video tip today. It's all about plotting out your marketing calendar. And I have something I'm going to pop up and show you, but I didn't want to distract you just yet. So this is for you entrepreneurs who aren't sure what to do every week in your marketing or in your every month, or how to spend your time and make sure you're out there enough. This is just a little snapshot of some of the things we cover in my Live Big Mastermind, also at my Live Big events, my live events. We actually just went over this marketing planning calendar for the month. I go over the annual marketing plan calendar with you, and I give you examples of generally what you should be doing every day in your marketing and all that kind of stuff. But I specifically had a little cheat sheet that I made for my last event, which is my Jumpstart Your Biz in a Weekend intensive just a week ago. And this is kind of what I thought I'd plot out for you today, and you can hopefully see it. It might be backwards, I'm not sure. But here's the calendar. So you can kind of see that some consistency here. This is the key to a really good marketing strategy, is to be consistent every week with the same days. So on Monday, you'll see that I have a blog post every Monday. Okay, and if you can't do every Monday, if you're not even doing once a month right now, then at least do every other week, okay, a blog post. And that could be a written blog post, a video blog post, or a guest blog post. You could get somebody else's content. I give people content for their blog. I'm sure you can find people to swap articles with and put content on your blog, okay? So that's weekly. At the very minimum, that would be a great thing to start at every other if you're not comfortable with this, and then after a few months try to go to weekly, okay? And then on Tuesday, you'll see I have a Facebook Live thing on every Tuesday. Now, it doesn't have to be every Tuesday. In fact, I have clients that are doing Facebook Live just about every single day of the week, including weekends, but most of them just including weekdays. And so if you're going to do Facebook Live, if you're not doing video yet, this particular video is not Facebook Live. So this is just shot on my my camera on my computer, and I need to get like a really cool tripod to do Facebook Live so I can easily do it without holding the phone and everything too. So I don't even have that set up yet, but I do Facebook Live videos, and they get so much more response than a video like this, unfortunately, when you post it onto Facebook and stuff. So they get a lot more views. But the key is to do something weekly. I do a video tip typically weekly. I post it to YouTube, and then I create a blog post around it, so you can repurpose it on your blog as well. All right. And then you'll also note that I have about 3 days during the month here, I have a network. So I have a network, and network. Now, I would recommend a lot more networking than 3 days a month or 3 networking events a month. Personally, if you need to drum up your business, I would be doing 3 events a week if it was me, okay, and I needed business. So, but that's just a sample of where you can put them. And then note the day after the networking event, it says follow up, right? Follow up, the day after each networking event. Make sure you plot that into your calendar, because a lot of people don't. And then they network over and over and over, and they never leave time for follow-up, and they have all this stuff to follow up on sitting around on their desk. That's not a good strategy, right? So most of my money is made in the follow-up, people. So even all the trips I take all over the country and the networking events and conferences I go to, most of the time people will sign up with me one way or the other for an event or coaching or a program or whatever in the follow-up process. So don't forget your follow-up. I have a whole system that can teach you how to do that and what to do and what to say and what to send. So just don't forget that. Note, on Wednesdays, I have an email. And that could be an email newsletter or an email blast of some sort with some piece of content plus a call to action. Kind of like what I'm doing here. I would put this in an email saying, make sure you got your marketing calendar out for the month and plot some stuff down to do. And then I would show a video, and I would say, hey, if you want to talk to me more, you can go to askcat.biz and sign up for a free call to see if or how I can help you, right? That's askcat.biz. So just an FYI. But I could put that into an email. Then I could also put it into a blog post, okay? And then note that I have like speaking gig. I have speak here just one time, but hopefully you're speaking a lot more than once a month. It'd be nice to speak live in person 2, 3, 4 times a month, if not more. And then virtually you can speak as well, right? Note that I have a host webinar once a month here. Host a webinar or a teleclass is a great marketing strategy for list building. Make sure people have to opt in to get the webinar, get access to it, and give the recording out and things like that. So hosting a webinar or a teleclass or even a Zoom video call or something like that, anything someone has to opt in for is a good marketing strategy to do once a month. I did that for many, many years to grow my list. And then, of course, you'd probably want to follow up there too. And you'd want to follow up after the speaking gig. Sorry, I missed that. And then note that I have some things that say solo, right? Solo, 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 solo. Those are to promote the webinar, right? So ideally, you're going to promote the webinar in your email throughout the month if you know you're going to have a webinar here, right? You're going to promote ahead. But you do want a solo blast, meaning just talk about the webinar, why they need to be on the webinar to your email list right before the webinar or the teleclass. Most people will sign up at the last minute, so you want to hit them the day of and the day before for sure. So that's just a little tip, and that's more of a general tip. Like, I do these strategies more in depth with people when I know exactly what you're doing and who it's for and all that kind of thing. This, again, this is general, okay? So I do have speaking up here again. Then all these little SM on every single day, weekday, guess what that is? Social media, people. You've got to be posting on social media, posting, commenting, and connecting on social media. And I have a whole strategy for that as well. This is just a snapshot. Again, don't follow this for tea and say, Katrina, it doesn't work for me. I did what you told me to do. If you didn't coach with me one-on-one or take any of my courses, then I'm sorry, but you didn't really do what I told you to do because you didn't get the script of what I told you to say, what I told you to send an email, what I told you to say on social media. So again, this is free stuff, you guys, but it'll give you a little snapshot to see where and when and how frequent you should be doing stuff in your marketing, okay? So I hope this was helpful. I do want to talk to you. I do have many options that you can engage with me on, whether it's in person, live at an event, or I have coaching calls. I can do one-time calls with people if you're not ready to dive into a program. I have recordings and trainings that can help you on specific parts of this process. I have a specific marketing basics for consistent cash flow webinar series that's amazing. It's 3 90-minute calls of me going into depth on all of this stuff, the top 10 marketing strategies, and it's only $149, you guys. It's super simple, and it's really in-depth training on what you should be doing in your business for marketing, okay? And you can find that at livebigevents.com, livebigevents.com. On the top navigation, it'll say webinar, and you can find that webinar there. That's the best place to go for that. But my website is being overhauled, and I'm actually going to be launching a new program very, very, very soon. It's called the Entrepreneur Training Academy, and it's going to be a 6-month program for entrepreneurs who want to know everything from A to Z on how to start, grow, and market your business and be more of a consistent revenue generating business. So I don't have anywhere to send you for that just yet, but watch your inbox, watch your Facebook, and I will be in touch soon with my new ETA program, Entrepreneur Training Academy, and I hope to talk with you soon. Have a great day, everyone.